So I've been working in medical research for over 20 years now. I started my journey in diabetes research. I worked as a research assistant and then did my PhD in understanding how diabetes works. I decided then after finishing my PhD that I wanted to explore how a cell communicates in cancer. And I was awarded a C.J. Martin Fellowship, which is a National Health and Medical Research Council Fellowship. It's an exchange fellowship to go and do a postdoctoral position overseas. And I was really fortunate to be based in Boston, working at Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the Cancer Center for Cancer Research for 2 years. And that's when I really discovered my passion for understanding how a cancer cell works, how it talks, what's broken, and how you can actually then target some of those vulnerabilities in a cancer cell to develop new treatments. So I spent a number of years really looking at that kind of laboratory bench side cell biology work around cancer, and really that sort of sparked my enthusiasm in drug development and how you can take that idea of what happens in a cell and turn it into a potential new treatment. As a charity that funds childhood cancer research, this financial year we're funding over 43 research projects across 21 research institutes, and we've committed around $13 million to the investment in these research programs. So I guess in a nutshell, I have to manage all of that. I guess the second thing I do is managing the research programs themselves. Like I said, we have 43 projects. All of these researchers are incredibly diligent in what they do, and they report annually on the progress of their projects. My job is to make sure that I take all of that information that researchers provide to us and distill it in a way that is going to be meaningful for a number of different stakeholders within our organisation and outside our organisation. The Kids Cancer Project is a really unique charity, and it's one of the few charities in Australia that actually funds research across the cancer continuum. And what I mean by that is from early in the discovery phase through to translation and survivorship. We also, more recently in 2023, we launched our first Cole Reynolds Fellowship program. So this is about investing money into the next leaders, the next research leaders here in Australia. My drive to be in childhood and continue to be in childhood cancer research really comes from the desire to be able to do and have a job that has a meaningful impact. And I think childhood cancer, as we could all agree, is a real unmet need. I think for me to be able to contribute to research and the development of research in new treatment strategies and new approaches to improve childhood cancer, the outcomes of children with cancer is incredibly important, not just for families, but also for society. I think one of the learnings that I've certainly experienced in working in this space is that children that go through childhood cancer have such an incredibly difficult journey, and the resilience that they build and the people that they become are extraordinary if they're fortunate enough to survive it. So I think it's incredibly important to be able to build research that can ensure that these children not only survive but thrive and can contribute back to society and become leaders of tomorrow. When I was in high school, I was always very passionate about science. I think I had a Year 9 science teacher who really instilled a passion for science. Really, my motivation was that I loved mangoes, absolutely loved mangoes, and I felt that the seed in a mango just took up way too much space. So I wanted to go into genetics so I could actually breed a mango with a smaller seed. I sat through my first genetics lecture and I thought it was the most boring, horrific thing that I could ever imagine. And within an hour, I realised that that wasn't the career path I wanted. As I started to sit through other courses at university, I realised that actually, no, the biochemistry and physiology and how a body works and how the cell signals and how it communicates was absolutely fascinating to me.